You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real deal.
Strictly for the Music Podcast, a platform for all upcoming artists of all genres. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got a returning guest from episode 167. This man doesn't need no introduction. You already know he's a TikTok sensation, voice actor, clocking in on YouTube with over 400 subscribers with over 250,000 views. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, the entertaining Zenith. Man,
Yeah.
it's been a long time, man. Well, it feels like a long time. You know what I mean? Since we dropped the last episode, man. And we had a little technical difficulty with the time limit. I don't know what that all was about, but that's cleared away. So, man, I want to know what you have been up to since the last interview we had.
Since the last one, it's just been working mainly. Like I've been trying to, fit in the music, but sometimes you got the personal stuff you have to deal with.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I've been mainly doing that, but I still been making time for the music because that's where also my passion is also at.
Hey, as a famous Mark Henry words, that's what I do. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah,
I
man.
do.
When we get into that, here in a few, man. I just want to see, man, the TikTok, the YouTube. I mean, you're clocking over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Like, has it seemed that long ago that you've been dropping consistently on YouTube to reach that goal? Like, was that a goal in your mind at that point?
Well, actually, like it was, there was. I kind of got back into dropping again because I for a long time I had stopped. And that was because like YouTube had stricter rules on like copyright stuff. They would take your stuff down. Nowadays they'll give you a copyright claim and then they'll still keep it up. That's the difference. And that's why I stopped posting. I was like, well, I'm not even trying to take anybody's because I credit everybody that's part of the project.
Right.
So I don't try to be one of those ones like, oh yeah, this is my song and it's not.
Right.
So that's the difference. But I know people that did do that, and then that's why YouTube used to be stricter with that. But I stopped, and then there was someone that told me like I did a mashup of "Rain on Me" by Ariana Grande and it was Lady Gaga's song, and then like the person was like, "Oh, you should keep posting. Like I really like what you posted." So yeah, because it was featured their vocals too. It was like a whole bunch of covers all in one. Like them cover mashups I was doing. It was one of those, and the artist was like, "Oh, you should keep going." So I kept doing it, and you know, it just got higher and higher.
Yeah, man. I think one of your biggest videos on YouTube was Squid Game, huh?
Yeah, the Squid Game one. I didn't even think that was gonna be the one that when I did that, Squid Game was kind of still had some traction. So
Right,
anything
right.
that had Squid Games in it, it was like, oh, automatic. So I kind
Man.
of capitalized on Netflix and Squid Games. It was still and really they're still doing something with Squid Games next year. Netflix, they got a show. I think it's supposed to be like a little show coming out with Squid Games on it. So I was like, hey, they might even might be little people trickling in from YouTube to that video again. So they're like, yeah, I'll take another wave of it.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what like dropping music's about, is catching that wave. Like sometimes you're gonna catch that little ankle slapper, and then sometimes you're gonna catch a tidal wave, and you just gotta make sure you don't drown. You gotta surf on that wave.
Yeah, man. I feel that, man. So yeah, man. Definitely, man. You made your way, man. You know what I mean? Like you paved your own way, man. You're in your own lane. So what I want to ask you, man, is man, you've been on Band Lab, like I said, your journey starts way before BandLab, but
Mhm.
since the beginning, when I started BandLab, I found you, and it was just a mutual connection that we had, dog. You know what I mean? Like you were into music, I was doing my little thing, and I got into the podcast, man. So you helped me build my little foundation I have. But yeah, man, I definitely want to get into one of your songs if you don't mind, man. I'm sure. Yeah, man. Definitely 42,000 views, man, off one video.
Yeah,
And you have a
42,000.
couple, man. You have a couple that are up in the thousands. Like
Mhm.
the no see me Quita. Is it Quita?
Oh, no say me Keita, no say me
Quita.
Keita. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Ricky
that's
Martin, man.
Ricky Martin and Maluma. Yeah. And that's an example. Like I just did a little rap verse from the beginning, and then they get into the singing. I never met neither one of them. I just hopped on the song.
Yeah,
It's
like
kind of like,
you made your own remix, man.
yeah, exactly. Like that's what Lil Wayne used to do when he made mixtapes. He would just hop on a song and then bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's what I do, man. That's your latest project, but not the one that we're gonna talk about at the end of the interview. But
Mhm.
yeah, man, just elaborate on this project, man, and give us the story behind it all, man.
So when I did that's what I do, like part of the mixtape is on Audiomack, but the full mixtape is on YouTube. And I just basically got that from Mark Henry. If anybody who's watching right now knows wrestling and they watched like 2008 when he was beating up Kurt Angle and all that. It was like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. At Hall of Pain, if anybody watch wrestling, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'd be laughing right now. So
Hell
yeah, I
yeah.
just basically got that from there. That was, and then like, but I also it's his saying, but it's also like paying tribute to Mark Henry because I think he don't get a lot of credit as a wrestler too. And then the other third thing is that I'm just showcasing what I do, like as an artist. So it was like, it's triple entendre, triple meanings actually of why I called it that.
Definitely, man. All right, man. So I want to bring you into Sweet Dreams.
Sweet dreams. Yeah, it was, like um they, making remixes and, cover mashups. It's just like, just making a rap verse. Like a lot of times I don't write, so I just go off the feeling, whatever. It can be EDM, hip hop, pop, whatever comes to mind, I kind of like write in my head like Jay-Z does. And they said Lil Wayne does that too.
I'm gonna
Right
ask
in
you
my
something,
head and then
man.
boom.
I want to ask you something. So, with these projects that you continue to come out with, man, so like I'm gonna ask you, like you bring in different instrumentals and different vocalists from different songs, and you just like you know what I mean? Because I think
Mhm.
we talked about this before,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
and you do your own freestyle, right? You like
I do my
you get a
own.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it's either like a freestyle or I try to be like a poetic, kind of something like poetic, like so people when they like visualize the lyrics or if the lyrics was there, they're like, okay, pretty, articulate,
right?
like, so it won't be like the same old like a lot of people are doing, I always wanted to be different, always strive to be different as an artist, and I don't think anybody's doing that. Like, they had Floetry, they have that genre. I kind of try to bring that to like pop, the modern pop world, mainstream pop songs.
Yeah, man. Hey, you even got a song with Drake, dog. Sticky.
Oh yeah, the that was his off his Honestly Nevermind album, or I guess it was mixtape or album. Um yeah, so I just hopped on there like for the first verse, then I let him, no, I like spliced his verse from the second verse of that song, and then there it was.
All right, man. So I want to get into something different right now. This brings me a whole different subject to talk about.
Sure.
All right, man. Okay, so we on BandLab. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure if you still use BandLab or what sort of
I
maybe
do.
recording software you might have. I'm not sure, but I want to ask you this, man. So with these songs that you create, man,
Mm-hmm.
how long? What's the process of getting everything to fit just right and the way you want it?
Yeah, it can take a while. It depends how long the song is and how many artists you want on it. But I usually record on GarageBand. I do all
Oh,
my recording on GarageBand.
okay.
Um, and then I just, download vocals and instrumental and I try to put it all together. And then I go on BandLab. I do my mastering on BandLab. The mastering part is on BandLab. So I
Wow.
still use it. And then
So
I
I'm
just
gonna ask you this, bro. I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna cut you off, but I want to ask you this, man. So BandLab, the mastering for the people that don't know and not tuned in with BandLab,
mhm.
elaborate on that.
So a lot of times, you can like whenever you, whether you use GarageBand or Logic or anything, like you can download the music file, just have a good mixing, and then BandLab has a mastering option that you can use, and you just drag it, and it'll master it for you, and you have like four choices, like universals, like pop and then they got some that'll up the bass, and they got some that'll like smoothing out your vocals. And I just like the universal mainly. Universal is kind of like doing everything. It takes your vocals up. It'll push out, like let's see. Yeah, it'll push up your vocals, it'll push up the instrumentals, all that. Like the universal. That's why I like the mastering feature on BandLab.
Wow. Yeah, man. So a lot of people don't know that, man. I'm
Yeah, I mean, even if
band
I recorded on BandLab, I think it's better to definitely use that mastering feature because it pushes everything up.
right. I mean, it levels out. It levels all
Yeah,
the
it levels it all
instrumentals
out.
and
Yep. Hmm.
yeah, man. So yeah, man. A lot of people don't know about that. They be sleeping on BandLab, man. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I still use
um,
it for that reason, definitely.
exactly. So you being on BandLab, man. You got over 1,000 followers. You got over, I think, what 12,000 plays? No, more than that,
I think
huh?
it's like I think it's almost touching 13,000.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
man. I mean, what you're doing, man. I don't know how many projects you got on BandLab. You know what I mean? But that's another interview for another day, man.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. Thank you for
thir-
elaborating on that. I wanna go
13.3.
to Sigala. Say the night.
Stay the night. Yeah, that was another one. Like they already had the production and all that. I just hopped on,
Oh,
did a
so
little
everything was
verse.
already made for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything, yeah. A lot of those projects was gonna be, unless it just got me on there, like TZ, da 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 da, produced by somebody else. Like I don't know how to make beats, so a lot of times I'll, find something I like, use it, credit the producer and all those people in it, and then there we go. Just like a lot of rappers do. If they don't know how to produce, they find a producer, credit them, boom,
Right.
send it out.
So, all right. I want to ask you this, man. So most of these projects that you find, like, is it already made for you just to hop on it and do your thing on it and then be able to close it out with whatever else you want to put in it?
Nope. It's already a song, official song itself. Like say like David Guetta, the EDM producer, makes a
Yeah.
song, and it's featuring an artist. I find like a lot of times I listen to it, and then I'm like, okay, I see this gap here, and I can do a verse for this gap. That's how I do it. I just do it that simple and make it easy.
All right.
Yep. Sometimes you'll see that on YouTube as well. Like some people, they just hop on like where the instrumental break is at, or if they find a little opening, that's the thing I do. I try to find like a little small opening, even if it's like 8 bars, or like at least it's something, but it's gotta be 8 bars that's something good. And I can't be
Right.
just gibberish or anything like that.
All right, man. Hell yeah. All right, man. So this one says original. So glimpse of us.
Glimpse of Us. That is that's Post Malone and Doja Cat, I think. No. The Glimpse of Us is Georgie actually. So that was a cover that was already out, and I had hopped on that because that was originally done by another artist. That's why I try to credit the artist that actually made the song as well. Um, but it was a cover by a female singer, and then I just hopped on like where I saw like a little gap as well.
As it was.
As it was. That's Harry Styles. That was a Harry Styles cover. Um, that was done, and if I'm not mistaken, that was another one that had two artists. Yeah, Samantha Harvey and Kid Travis. There were two singers that also I spliced their vocals together. There was two different covers. I put them together, put my verse, and then there it was.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, that's crazy, bro. I don't know how you be doing all this, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? You basically producing your own thing, man, you know?
Switching it
So
up.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you this, man. All right. This is my biggest thing. All right, so you got the two covers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you like get one cover and the other cover and you splice it in half and then link it
Sometimes.
together? Or like how do you do it?
Sometimes you can have one artist for a certain like say it'd be a minute, and then you can like a minute in one, have the next one, or sometimes like if they using the same instrumentals, sometimes you'll have like singers use the same instrumental. If they're using the same one, you can put it right under, and it sounds like they're
Oh,
yeah, as long as the words match up, you can put them like they're in the room together.
that's
That's what
crazy,
I've done a
bro.
lot of times.
Dog,
Yeah, I've done that a
man.
lot of times. They're like, people be like, "Wow, I never thought of that."
You
Like,
like, bro, you like the innovator of this whole different, you know, I don't know
yeah,
what the right
hey,
word is, bro, but you're like the innovator of your this own art that people haven't probably ever heard of or they have heard of and they've been doing it. It's just, I think, bro, it's gonna be something big, man. It's gonna be something big for you, man. And you really setting the tone for a different lane, man, because
yeah,
I haven't heard an artist like yourself that can take the time to like get everything set in place and bro, they sound good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's why
They were good as it is, and then I just, like I was like, "Oh, this other artist kind of sound like." No, they don't sound alike, but it's like something about their vocals just blend well.
right.
So that's why I do it.
All right, man. So got no love.
Got no love. Mommy, who does that? Got no love.
Francois and Louis Benton. Louis Benton.
Got no love. Trying to, cause this was a quote a while back. Um, got no love. I believe that was one that was another one that I hopped on. Um, and that was one that, like I said, I just, find a little empty pocket, hop right on in, and then it looks like like you got good equipment. It'll sound like you was part of that song a lot of times, and then but really you was in two different locations, or you could have been in two different years, and hey, you just make it happen. You just make it work.
Yeah. All right, man. So like, what are your biggest? All right, I'm gonna ask you this, man, because we're at the end of the year, man. What
Hmm.
was your biggest goals in 2022? What was something that you had your mind focused on that you were gonna do and you did it?
Um, I think, well, especially the beginning of the year was getting over 1,000 like followers on TikTok. That was one of my, even though I haven't been active that much. Um, recently due to like just being busy. But yeah, that was my biggest goal when the beginning of the year, and I do have over 1,000 now. I probably would have had
Well
over
over.
10. I probably would have had over 10K if I kept being active.
Yeah.
But things happen.
Yeah, man. I definitely feel that, man, because bro, I know what it's like to hold a job and to do
Hmm.
a podcast, you know what I mean? And then, it's like when you ain't got a team, bro, and you're like your only man,
Yeah, exactly.
that right there just takes a toll, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
help it I guess it molded me into try to juggle at the same time. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
job,
it's tough. Yeah.
um, the the podcast, finding
Hmm.
the artists, finding the music, finding all this stuff, you
Yeah,
know. And
it's
then on
tough.
top of that, you gotta edit, you gotta
Hmm.
you gotta man, listen to the whole podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Write the timestamps, what you want, what you don't want in it, you know what I mean? And bro, it's just a whole lot, bro. Like, so shout out to everyone out there doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to them, definitely. Yeah, because a lot of people also like some people, artists, they haven't even got like a record deal or anything like that, but they want to be on these top podcasts. I'm like, you gotta sometimes it's good to start with the person that's starting from scratch as well. Like, you never know where they're going. Like, for example, your podcast, you're growing. So, and I don't know if you had that, but like when you first started, any like artist was like no, or any artist was like, oh yeah, you don't have enough subscribers, like when you first started.
Yeah,
But yeah, like people want to hop on when you're already up rather than,
exactly, exactly.
when when you're starting out. So like that's advice that artists should take. Start with people that's like just that's growing. That's how you grow with them.
Right. That's how I felt, man. You know what I mean? That's why, because I get the same questions like, why don't you interview other big name artists? I'm like, well, I got to build myself right where I'm at. You know what I mean? I have
Yeah.
to make sure my foundation is solid. So if I do want to do artists that's big and popping,
Mhm.
he can go look at me and say, wow, you know what I mean? His portfolio is loaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah. You
so
already
yeah,
got the
man.
practice. Yeah, you already
I've
got the
definitely,
practice.
honestly, bro, I've definitely probably got turned down more than 10 times. Or
Mhm.
I probably asked someone to be on the interview and all they did was read the message or didn't reply back.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
hey, that didn't stop me though. You know what I'm saying? I
Nope.
kept going. I kept on uh finding new paths, man. New paths,
Mhm.
new artists to interview, man. You know?
Yeah. And see, I'm glad you stuck with the ones, like myself, you stuck with the ones that was there when you was beginning. So
Exactly.
that's why I respect as well from you.
Yeah, man. All right, man. So back to that's what I do. Was there
Mhm.
any other projects that I mean, I'm not sure how your networking is in Colorado. I'm not sure if you got a photographer or you got anything else that you could shoot like little promo clips for the album and stuff like for your YouTube channel.
Mm. I actually don't. And then like because like a lot of I view like the mixtape thing like kind of do it for fun in a sense. I'm not really doing it to like make any profit because like if I'm promoting it, a lot of times it will have to be for me to make a profit off of it. And I can't do that because I would owe a lot of people money. I owe a lot more people to like, hey, you promoting my stuff and saying it's yours. Like if I would start, oh yeah, buy my mixtape, it's like it's just kind of like the way I view the mixtape thing is just like a collection of songs I like
Yeah,
hearing, and then I just hopped on it.
yeah,
Rather than like some people do mixtapes like, oh, all my life, my story, and some of it might feature that sometimes. Like I do have some of them that do that's just me on the track with a beat. Just like the next project we'll go over, it's got like two songs with just me and the beat. So yeah, like. it just I just try to do something different. I always have me, not always have, other people, because like if I kept doing that, always having another person on it, like, we don't know about you. As an artist, we don't know who you are. So that's why I always try to have a good balance of, sometimes some projects might be mixed with just me, and then some projects might be from someone else, and I just hopped on, so I just blend it up. Unpredictability.
Definitely, man. All right, so let me ask you this, man. What track inspired you the most? That's what I do.
Let me see. Um, uh, huh. I did hop on. It was a mashup that has Beyonce. Like "Break My Soul." I like the lyrics of that because it's like, like you're not gonna let someone break you. It can be a relationship, it can be, friendships, or, just life in general, like, not staying down, not keeping yourself down. Um, and then I also like, yeah, that's the Sweet Dreams also do, like that was done in the 90s. That
Man,
song initially was done in the 90s, and actually the singer singing, she passed away
uh,
years ago. Yeah, but I like the song, so I hopped on it. Gave it a little modern, twist.
all right, man. So let's move on. A Mile High Winter.
Oh, how winter,
So we
yep.
got the entertaining Zenith,
Mm-hmm.
EDM, we got pop, we got dance pop, female singers, male rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, first song off the album, man, Beyonce Cut It.
Yeah, that was that Cuff It, that was trending on TikTok for a long time. So I had heard it, liked it. I was like, well, I do a little verse, a little verse, and then I can let her do her thing. It was a remix that I heard, had an instrumental before her vocals came in. So I did that, and then boom, there it was. And
Yeah,
that's got a good amount of views on YouTube. It's got
yeah,
315. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, you really out here grinding out here, man. All right, man. So, next song off the album, man. Um, it's a Chris Brown cover, Under the Influence.
Yep, yeah, that was one that another mashup that I did with vocals. Um, that was one that I put all together. It was like 4 or 5 different covers all together. And I just shortened them, and I did my verse. Then it transitions to another a female vocals, and another one that was rapping, and then another one that was singing and kind of rapping, and then it finishes out.
All right. All right, man. So we got the Chris Brown cover.
Mhm.
Crazy, crazy what love can do.
Oh yeah, that's the EDM. See, I go from R&B to EDM that quick. Yeah,
Man,
that was a EDM song I heard. I like the definitely the violin strings in there, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do something with it. I can do something with it, and I did. Yep.
where did you go? Faded love.
Yep. So yeah, that's 2 in 1. So that was a Jack Jones, the part one, and then it transitions to a whole different song, which was, I just thought about it because I was like, well, where did you go? And then a faded love. They both got to do with love, and kind of like that person may be leaving, or they can't communicate with that person. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna put them together.
Motion better.
That is from the Gardner sisters. Oh, I heard a cover of that, and they they put both of them together. So I just did like that was like a piano emotion I found on YouTube, and then I just did my verse. Then she comes in, and there it was.
All right. To your membrane.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now this is just me, me and the beat.
All right.
So this one was kind of like showcasing lyricism a little bit, but that was just like to your membrane was kind of like for me saying, oh yeah, this gonna be in your memory because like a lot of people don't know how lyrical I can be when I want to be. So that was kind of like part one of kind of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show how lyrical I am.
All right. All right, man. Lift me up.
Lift Me Up. That was straight from Black Panther. That was Rihanna. That's a Rihanna. Well, there was two artists that covered it, but there were two separate covers. So I just put them together, and then did my little verse, and then there it was.
Mistletoe.
Mistletoe. That's Justin Bieber song. I did that for like a Christmas feeling because I had released this in December. So I was going for the Christmas feel.
Santa tell me.
That one was a Ariana Grande cover.
Yeah.
That was an Ariana Grande song. So I just hopped on there, and that was another one I was getting a Christmas feel for.
I love you, baby.
That was Surf Mesa
Yep.
and Emily. That one that one actually is an older song. There's a but Emily did a cover, and then Surf Mesa did a whole remix on the cover, and I did a remix of the remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heartstrings.
Heartstrings by M22. That was another one I think I heard of. I think that was the one actually I meant to say that had the violin in it. Heartstrings. But yeah, I just, did my little thing on there, hopped on. Yeah.
On my mind.
On my mind is it's like, that's another love song, another EDM love song. And just hopped on there, did my thing. That's Mile High Winter.
All right. All right, man. So I'm gonna ask you this, man. For any listener out there, what song, any song of yours, do people have to listen to?
Right now, especially on this Mile High Winter, I think the next song you was gonna get into that called Save the Day. It's a
Oh,
two-parter. The first part is kind of like me saying, just easing into that second part. That second part, I really like the last part is really get lyrical. And yeah, I think a lot of people. I might send that to my cousin actually, because he used to be like we used to go. I used to go over his house, and then we used to just like joke around and rap. But then sometimes I would get serious, and it's like he was like, "Oh, you got serious on that one," because usually we just joke around. But yeah, that Save the Day, I think he'll definitely like that second part.
all right, man. So, um, what can we expect from you, man, in 2023? What can the people expect? What can your fans stay tuned in for, man?
Definitely some more projects. I plan on dropping. It probably be I'm guessing February, around February area, February, March.
Oh,
If not sooner, then I'll let you know.
all
But
right. Hey,
yeah,
I'm gonna ask you this, man. Can we expect more? Remember, I am the villain. TikToks.
hey, you have to tune in to see. Yeah,
All right. So we're gonna have all the links in the description down below. You know, I could have swore I just paid this Zoom fee. And it's doing it to me again, man. I don't know what it is, bro. But yeah, you got any special shout outs you want to give, man?
hey, just shout out to everybody watching right now. Everybody that took the time out to listen. Hey, it's a journey, but it's not done.
All right, right. So February, March, expect more music. And is this only exclusively on Audio Mac and YouTube, or we're gonna have it everywhere?
We're gonna have it on BandLab as well. BandLab,
Oh,
YouTube, Audio Mac. And actually it probably be some singles before leading up. So hey, you never know, you might
oh,
see me in January too.
All right, man. Well, hey, I would definitely want some promotion clips because you know what I mean. Now that I got my community um tab on YouTube, I got it
Hmm.
unlocked. So I definitely want to post a lot of stuff for the artists on my community just to give them a heads up what's going to be up next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out
definitely.
to you, the entertaining Zenith. You already know, man. Strictly for the Music Podcast. Don't forget, all the links will be down below. So make sure when you're done listening to this interview, you go down to the description, click all the links. He's gonna have his link tree on there too. But you know, Audio Mac, YouTube, BandLab, TikTok. You know what I mean? He's still gonna kill it. So, man, thank you for everyone tuning in to the end of the year. Happy
Yeah.
New Year's Eve to everyone. Hope y'all have a safe one. Stay blessed. You already know. Strictly for the Music Podcast.